सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Haidabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We didn't get to see that the great prolific poet in Sanskritam called Narayana Bhattatiri, known as Melpattur Narayana Bhattatiri, established such a chord of friendship and relationship with another poet of great caliber called Poondanam. Poondanam gave the work called Jnanapana. They became the thickest of friends. Narayana Bhattatiri wanted to be extremely grateful towards one of his gurus called Achyuta Pisharoti, who was suffering from high-intensity rheumatoid arthritis, known in those days as Vata Rogam. So the moment he recognized that his Acharya was suffering, consultation with astrologers, Devagyaha and Purohitas, he performed the yagam so that he could transfer the pain that his Acharya was undergoing upon him. As he transferred the pain upon him, he started suffering. Around the same time, Bhattatiri's close friend, again a great poet called Vasudeva Kavi, gave a work called as Bhramara Sandesham. Bhramara denotes a bumblebee. So this bumblebee goes hovering around every flower, and it seems, the poet says, it conveys a message. So he gave a work in Sanskritam called Bhramara Sandesham. Haven't we heard about Kalidasa sending the message through the clouds called Meghadutam? Haven't we heard about the great polymath called Vedanta Deshika, who says that the message was carried by a Hamsa bird called Hamsa Sandesham? Meghadutam by Kalidasa, Hamsa Sandesham by Vedanta Deshika, and now Bhramara Sandesham by Vasudeva Kavi. So Vasudeva Kavi told his close friend Melpattur Narayana Bhattatiri, "You are suffering. This pain will take little time to go. Why don't you read my Kavyam until then, so that it gives you some solace?" While he was reading Vasudeva Kavi's Bhramara Sandesham, he came across a verse. Yasmin devaha swayamapi mahapavanaha pavananam atankanam upashamayita bhasati vasudevaha. Bhasate Vasudevaha. There is a resplendent Krishna and Guruvayur, the poet says, who is able, who has a ability to remove the ailments of his devotees. So Bhattatiri gets a very good clue. He already knew that Janamejaya of the Pandava lineage came to get his skin disease cured. Now from a contemporary, he gets to know that the Kshetram of Guruvayur can take away ailments. Added to that was Poondanam, his close friends of bhakti to Krishna. Poondanam's bhakti to Krishna, Janamejaya's disease being cured, Bhramara Sandesham, Vasudeva Kavi's statement that ailments go away, made him say, "Take me to Guruvayur immediately." So he was carried in a shivika, a palanquin, to the premises of the temple in Guruvayur. In those days, Guruvayur was deserted, not many people. Today we see lots of people coming every day. So Bhattatiri went and sat there absolutely clueless. He did not know how to get rid of this pain. He was seated in front of the greatest physician, Bishop Narayana, but he did not know what to do, how to. Around the same time came a great Malayalam poet called Dushyanth Ramanuja Eluthachan. For those of you who are not accustomed to such complicated names, it may be a tongue twister. But remember that he was a great poet in the Malayalam language. We need to discuss a few lines about this great poet. In Bharatadesha, we have had a galaxy of poets and dramatists and great Acharya Varyas, no doubt. Every work of each of these Acharyas is worth Kohinoor. This is all I can say. So beautiful. Valmiki is kept at a very high pedestal because he recorded Ramayanam as is. He recorded history. Same was the case with Vyasacharya, who recorded Mahabharata. So these were the two first honest journalists note. They reported as is. Ramayanam of Valmiki is history, biography of Rama's life, approved by Rama because Lavakusha sing in front of them. But the same Ramayanam had to be imbibed in everybody's daily life. So Sanskritam was not a language that could reach all sections of the society. At that point in time, the regional languages like Marathi, Awadhi, Odia, Bengali, Telugu, Kannada, Gujarati, Tamil, Malayalam played a big role in shaping up the Bhakti society. So we must have heard one of the earliest transcreations, not translations, transcreation to the Ramayana of Valmiki in a local language, not local to India, local to the world, comes from Indonesia, the Javanese language called Kakawin Ramayanam. So Kakawin Ramayana is the oldest transcreation. In Bharatadesham, one of the oldest transcreations to Valmiki Ramayanam comes from the Tamil language called Kamba Ramayanam. Kamban, the Tamil poet, a great poet, Kavi Chakravarti he was called. He gave the work called Kamba Ramayanam in Tamil. There was a Ranganatha Ramayanamu and Molla Ramayanamu in the Telugu language. Jaganmohana Ramayanam in the Odia language. Krittibasa's Ramayanam in the Bengali language. Bhanubhakta's Ramayanam in the Nepali language. Tulasidasa's Ramayanam in the Awadhi language. Ekanatha's Ramayanam in the Marathi language. Kumara Valmiki's Ramayanam in the Kannada language. So we had one Ramayanam in Assamese, we had one Ramayanam in Kashmiri, we had a Ramayanam in the Persian language, and of course a long list of Ramayana-based works in Sanskritam, beginning with Kalidasa's Raghuvamsham, Kumara's Janaki Haranam. We had Bhavabhoti's Mahavira Charitram and Uttararama Charitram. We had Bhasa's Natakam like Abhisheka Natakam. So we had many Ramayanas coming. One such Ramayanam that came in the Malayalam language was given by Dushyanth Ramanuja Eluthachan. He was a great Rama Bhakta. He used to go city after city. He came to a small temple called as Triprayar, very close to Guruvayur, where Bhagavan is as Ramachandra. So from that kshetram, when he came to Krishna kshetram of Guruvayur, he saw the ailing Bhattatiri. He asked him, "What are you suffering from?" "Oh, I took this ailment from my Guru Achyuta Pisharoti, and I am suffering from rheumatoid arthritis Vatarogam. It is giving me a lot of pain. Can you give me a solution?" That is when Dushyanth Ramanuja Eluthachan meditated upon Rama and Krishna, closed his eyes. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. He thought of Rama and Krishna and said, "Bhattatiri, my dear friend, I completely understand the pain you're undergoing. The solution is simple. Nena tottu kottuga. begin with the Matsya avatar, begin with the fish. He said, begin with the fish. He didn't give any more hints. Bhattatiri was wondering, who is this fish? Because for people, some set of astikas are vegetarian food alone astikas. Some astikas consume vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. Amongst astikas in Sanatana Dharma itself who consume non-vegetarian, fish is a delicacy to some. If you go to the state of West Bengal, if you go to the state of Kerala, if you go to the state of Goa, if you go to some parts of coastal Maharashtra and Karnataka, fish is a delicacy. So fish is used. So what did he mean by saying Meena Tuga? Begin with the fish. What is he saying? I don't consume non-vegetarian food. I am very strict about my food. Why is he telling fish to me? Wondered Bhattatiri. But then upon meditating, he understood that Matsya, Meenavatara means the avatara where Bhagavan rescued the lost Vedas through Asura called Hayagriva and Somakasura and brought it to Brahma by killing that Asura through a horn. That horn was attached to the fish's body. So it was a Ekashringa fish, a fish with a single horn. That is why in Vishnu Sahasranamam, we have one name of the Lord called Shringi. Shringi means the one with a single horn, Shringa. Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada in his commentary to the Vishnu Sahasranamam says, the one who incarnated as the fish, who came in the Matsya Avataram with a single horn. So we call it the unicorn fish. There is a binomial nomenclature associated with such fish. Bhagavan came as the single-horned fish, killed the Somakasura Hayagriva, and retrieved the Vedas that they had stolen from Brahma and gave it to Brahma. Alongside this charitram to Matsya, there is another charitram mentioned in Bhagavatam. It talks about a Raja called Satyavrata who lived in the Dramila Desham or Dramida Desham, which is currently Tamil Nadu, by the banks of river Kritamala, which is flowing by the river, by the city Madurai. It is called Vaigai. So by the banks of Kritamala or Vaigai, in the Pandya Desha, in the Pandya country in Tamil Nadu, lived a king called as Satyavrata. While he was performing Arghyam in the waters, he noticed a fish. He wanted to protect the fish. He took it to a Kamandala, it grew. Then he took it to a bigger vessel, it grew. He took it to an even bigger vessel, it grew. He brought it to the pond, it grew. He took it back to the rivers, it grew. And in his Yoga Dasha, Yogic vision, Bhagavan said, I have come as the single-horned fish. After retrieving the Vedas from Somakasura or Hayagriva, in a few days from now, there will be a deluge, a Pralayarnavam. At that point in time, specimens of the flora and the fauna have to be protected. So you collect such specimens, Saptarishis will join you, all of you get inside a boat, let the boat be tied to a rope, let the rope be tied to my horn, I will ferry you across the deluge waters and take to a newer place where the creation can continue, there can be sustenance. So Meenavatara was for twofold purposes. There would be a deluge and Bhagavan through Matsya wanted to protect nature. Second, Vedas were lost, Brahma prayed, Vedas were retrieved. So thus being the twofold purpose of Matsya, that is when Bhattatiri thinks what his friend Edutachan told was not about the fish that you see in the tanks, but Bhagavan himself who took the Matsya and Avatara Vishesham has to be said. The greatness of Avatara has to be said. So the greatness of Avatara or many such Avataras is found in many Puranas, but one Purana that has been revered and practiced time and again is a certain Purana. What Purana is this? Why should Bhattatiri be told the word mean especially, and why Guruvayur? Next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 നാരായണ 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 നാരായണ